This is Due to Bet Sports.
Everybody, welcome back to Due to Bet Sports. Back at the home base this week, and it's good timing as we had a lot going on. Let's cover the national championship game first, and then we'll go on to the NFL playoffs. NFL playoffs have been amazing. Championship game, thoughts on Indiana? They did it. They beat Miami 27-21.
Ooh, where do I start? I mean, did you ever think you'd ever see a team go 16-0 in this day and age? It's amazing.
Nope.
Absolutely amazing. As fundamental a team as you'll ever see, don't you think?
Yep.
They just don't make mistakes.
Yep.
They don't do dumb stuff. And they make plays when you have to. And I thought Miami played great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have anything to feel bad about. They kept coming at them. Really kind of dominated the second half. And let's face it, the block punt.
Yep.
That was the difference.
Yeah.
They made that play, got up 10, and that was the cushion they needed, and then they just made a play when they had to. So it's one of those teams of destiny. It really is.
Yeah, the block punt was the turning point in the game. There's no doubt about it. And then the quarterback draw on 4th and 4 was huge. Boy, when they called it, I thought I don't know about that. And it worked,
Yeah, it did. And it was a tremendous run, no doubt about it. And of course, everybody now, it's the greatest run they've ever seen. Well, I don't know about that, but I mean, it was at the time, yes.
It's funny that
a lot of great runs.
If you're sitting there 4th and 4 and you run a quarterback draw, and he almost got tackled for like a 2-yard gain.
He did.
Everybody in my phone that texted me and said, "What a call, man! What a coach!" would have been like, "What are they doing? This is ridiculous!" I'll give you a hot take. I thought Miami outcoached Indiana big time in the second half.
I did too.
I thought Miami made all the right adjustments. They moved the ball all over the field on them in the second.
It was almost like Indiana was playing not to lose.
Yeah,
they got that 10-point lead after that block punt. And I'm sick of Cincinnati. I'm sick of hearing all this crap. He's the greatest coach that ever lived. I'm sick of it.
Well, they're not wrong. I'm sorry.
He
won the national championship at Indiana, so you're going to have to get sick of it more. That is the greatest job in the history of college football.
It is unbelievable.
Yeah. It's not even – there's not even a close second because you could say Bill Snyder, but they didn't win a championship. They barely even won a conference. I mean,
they didn't get to the top. And
now
it's the next quarterback going to be magic too? Are they going to get this guy and make now? Where's he coming from?
Yeah, they got the TCU quarterback, and I mean,
and was not that good, right?
He was pretty good. Here's the problem: if we would have sat here last year and said, "Well, they got Fernando Mendoza,"
I know
that's the thing that's crazy. Like I was telling somebody yesterday, Cal had 2 big portal transfers. One was Mendoza, and one was Jaden Ott, and a much bigger deal was made over Jaden Ott.
Yes,
and Jaden Ott did nothing, and Mendoza just went up there and won the Heisman.
Unbelievable. And are they going to do this again? I mean, is this guy going to be? Because let's face it, but it wasn't just him.
No,
they're just so good. I don't think their receivers get enough credit. God, they make catches.
Yeah,
and they've got that. Come back to the ball where the defensive back overruns the play, that over the shoulder, whatever they call it. They got that down to science.
Yeah.
How many times did they complete that thing down the sideline?
Well, the kid made 2 unbelievable catches too on that. Like you said, it's not just the quarterback. The kid, the kid made great catches on it too. And
I think the quarterback. I mean, he doesn't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I don't. Would you be kind of afraid to put a lot of money on him for the pros? I mean, he's not what you would call a sure thing, is he? Of course, nobody is, but
I think it's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. Yeah,
it depends on who gets him.
Well, the Raiders are going to get him.
Okay, so they're terrible.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to work out.
That's what I'm saying is he's going to be one of these guys that's a great player.
Yeah,
and a great human being with a great story that's going to go to a crappy team, and he needs good players around him. He can't do it himself, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
And
well, I mean, we kind of saw what happens when a lot of pressure gets put on him. He didn't have a lot of pressure. I'm talking about from the defensive front. He didn't have a lot of pressure put on him most of the year because his line was just so good. And well, the one thing I learned in college football this year, a good defensive line can cover up a lot of problems. We saw OU be able to dominate games with a defensive front, and Miami, they got to the national championship game because of their defensive line, and they disrupted him big time. And
they did. They
got Indiana off their game. There's no doubt
about
it.
Yeah. They could have won. They could have. They played great. They didn't play well the first half, but that second half,
they made some adjustments. They were able to move the ball. The big mistake, obviously with the block punt, probably ends up costing the game.
It beat them.
I think Indiana got really conservative late in the game, and then they made a couple of mistakes that they just don't make. They made them late in that game, and
they were holding on for dear life.
Well, they ran the ball, and now it's 2nd and 1, and I'm like, well, this is over. And then they get that penalty, and then they run, and now it's 3rd and 5. It's like, that's when you throw the ball just in this game right here. They ran it again, and I'm like, gosh. And then they get the roughing the quarterback call, which it's like, man, I can't believe they're making these mistakes. So, but thankfully Carson Beck finally, who had played great the whole playoff.
Oh, he has. And you know what? He's one of the reasons they got there. And I mean, he just made a bad throw, and that happens. That happens. He tried to do too much, probably.
Yeah, he finally cracked a little bit, and that ties back to the regular season with Miami. And the Louisville game they lost because of the turnovers. I mean, they turn it over so many times, and then but the thing is, Louisville and SMU both. You watch Miami's defense play in the playoff, and it's still like, how did these guys even get a touchdown? Like they had to have just taken games off.
I think so. And then they caught fire. They had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder going into it, and man, that always is a big factor. Everybody's saying you shouldn't be in it and all this stuff, and that's a big factor sometimes when you're the underdog and you got talent like they do. And they put it all together, and I was a little surprised that Indiana ran the ball. They didn't run them great, but they gained 131 yards on Miami. I didn't think they'd run it that well.
I think they made a point to run it because they knew they couldn't protect the quarterback. And they couldn't. Specifically with Miami, it's the defensive ends. Both ends are just crazy. They're so ridiculous.
And I was watching Indiana on defense. They are so well coached.
Yeah, they're
there was a couple of plays where they were really well designed, drawn out plays by Miami, and they stuffed them. They knew what was coming.
Yeah.
He has got to have a fantastic staff. It can't, you got to have a great staff, and he's got to have it's the perfect storm, I guess you'd call it. And it's an amazing, just coming to grips with it.
Yeah.
That Indiana won the championship. It's real.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It really is. And it's a great story. And it's going to be interesting to see if they can keep this. I'm not saying win the national championship. Can they keep being in the top 2 or 3 in that conference?
The answer is absolutely yes. And it's because they have money and they have a good coach and they know how to use the rules. So,
and that's the key.
No, that's it, period. So you look at Indiana, great, has money, use the portal. Miami has money, use the portal.
And use it right.
Ole Miss, that's all they've done is have money, use the portal. Oregon, unlimited funds, uses the portal. Texas Tech, unlimited funds, use the portal. Alabama, guess what? They've dropped. You know why? They don't have unlimited funds, and they don't hit home runs in the portal.
No.
Georgia, not really a team you
And the
hear a
same
lot out
thing.
there,
Yeah.
right?
The other
So-
thing those two schools are doing too, that the portal has changed. They can't stockpile talent like
Right.
they used to.
Yep.
Those second line players are transferring.
Yep.
And then they got to go out and replace those guys. And those coaches are great at developing players. And suddenly you don't have the depth that you used to have. And somebody gets hurt and you don't have that superstar to put in right behind him. And it's happening everywhere.
Yep.
And man, it's they recruit extremely well, but if they have a freshman and he's not quite ready to play and he has to sit the bench, he's gone.
Yep.
He's gone. And the other thing, you got these, and it's just the nature of the game. Okay, let's say the season's over, and now you got to start telling your guys, you probably ought to, we're not going to be able to pay you very much. This is just the way it, and you got to make that decision, and you got to tell this guy, hey, stick around. And if you'll be patient and you continue to develop down the road, you'll get rewarded for it. But they don't see it that way.
No.
And you can't blame them. If somebody else that's out there and they're going to give you some money, you got to go.
Yep, and I think when you look at the resurgence, so to speak, of Oklahoma this year, this was the first year they really had a lot of money, and it was the first year they were really, really aggressive, and they're back. I mean, it's just a mindset of how you build a team it's changed, and that's why Indiana won it. They understand what to do and how to do it.
The other thing you got to ask yourself a little bit too is you look at Indiana, who has always been a basketball school, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're not very good anymore. They haven't been very good in basketball.
Which is weird.
Or is that money going to the football team? There's only so much money in a state,
I think the money does go to football at most schools because it is the biggest driver of revenue.
Yeah,
so,
it's what makes money. I was going to ask you this. Do you ever hear of basketball coaches having buyouts?
I don't follow it enough to know that.
You just don't hear it. When they let a basketball coach go, you don't hear much about, well, golly, we're going to have to pay this big buyout. I don't think they have them.
Yeah, if they do, I never hear about it. But I would have to read an article about a coach getting fired, and I don't do that. So.
And that makes you wonder too, doesn't it? It's weird.
Listen, we're going to find out if a basketball coach has a buyout because OU's getting ready to fire theirs.
Oh,
so we'll see if they talk anything about a buyout. And,
and we talk about the portal, and a school like Oklahoma that's not interested in basketball much, they're just not.
No,
it's killed him. It's hurt because they don't have. Okay, they have a hard time retaining players in this kind of system.
Okay. I'm gonna pause you for a second.
Yeah.
Indiana just won the national championship in football.
I know.
Oklahoma winning a national championship in basketball is light years more believable than what just happened.
It should, but
it has nothing to do with anything other than Oklahoma does not have the right coach for what is happening right now.
I would agree with that.
But
I don't know how much money he's got.
Well, I don't either, but he doesn't. He is a develop you type of guy. He needs guys 3 and 4 years.
He does. So they got to get somebody else.
That's just exactly. It's just not going to happen. So you've got to get You
got
to get a used car salesman. I mean, that's what it takes. Now,
I know. And it's hard at those schools where there's no support.
It is.
And there just isn't at OU.
Indiana probably had about 10,000
people I saw
in the stands the first time this guy coached. What Cignetti has done has all these excuses are all bullshit.
But I saw a picture somebody posted of the first game.
Yeah, nobody was there.
And it was hilarious. I think they played like Florida International.
Yeah.
His very first game. And the guy was making fun of the whole deal, at the time. And he goes, I'm 20 minutes from kickoff, And he goes, there's still a lot of good seats available. And the whole
Whole thing's
stand
empty.
was
Oh.
empty. Well, winning solves everything. There's
Yeah,
no
just-
doubt about
it
that.
doesn't come down to anything more than
Yeah, you just have to win.
you gotta have the financial backing. You got to get a guy that knows how to use the current system, and
Yep.
you can win anywhere. It has been proved. Ole Miss was in the Final Four.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean,
Well, you look at the 4 teams.
why? Yeah, that's I read them off and told you exactly
they
why.
all have
Yeah.
insurmountable funds of money, and
Listen, Miami is a huge name brand program, but when's the
Mhm.
last time they've been any good before
That's right.
this year? Right?
That's right. Yeah.
They got money. They are very aggressive, and they got players.
Yeah.
It-
how many
it's-
of those guys will go pro? There's going to be a bunch.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's totally everything. I always kind of thought, well, you just can't win there. I don't think it's a thing right now. I think you can win anywhere.
Well, you've proved it with Texas Tech.
Yeah. Well, there's another one. Texas
Yeah.
Tech.
Texas Tech is
I
a
mean-
7-5 school by
Yeah.
the old rules, and that's
Yep.
a great year for them.
Yep.
By the old rules, they're 7-5,
Yep.
and if they go 7-5 and they have a winning season, that's a good year.
Yep.
And suddenly now they're they got unlimited amount of money and they
Mhm.
can go get what they want. And it's really interesting how, OU's went out in the portal. Their strategy looks like we're not going to spend a bunch of money on one guy.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get 3 guys for the price we would have to pay a superstar, because they really haven't brought in any superstars.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in a lot of people that fill some needs.
Yep.
Now, whether they'll turn out, I don't know. They look good on paper, but we'll
Yeah.
see. But man, when you look at college athletics, can you just imagine what goes on in those offices trying to decide how much we're going to pay this guy?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is he going to, now you have to sit down and worry, what's he going to be like if we pay him a little bit to keep him here? Is it going to be worth it? Is he going to develop? He's not ready to play now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has insurmountable talent. He's a good kid. We don't have any problem with him. He's not very good right now, and he wants this kind of money. He can probably go somewhere else and get it.
Yeah.
Because don't think it doesn't matter that they played at Oklahoma.
Oh,
That
I think a lot of Oklahoma guys that have been going other places, and we go, that guy's not very good, but he has that attachment of, hey, he was at Oklahoma and they made the playoffs. So
That's right. And he played a little bit.
yeah, right.
It's like let's say we get a kid from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think our eyes light up when we see where that kid came from?
Right. Yeah.
He was from Georgia. Oh my God, he must remember when we got this cornerback from Oregon.
Yep.
We'll come to find out he didn't play very much.
Well, and also those guys really aren't the guys that are making the huge impacts. It's guys from schools where it's like, I don't know about that.
I know.
Mendoza coming from Cal. I mean,
Yeah.
No offense to Cal, but that's not nobody's thinking about that. But think about OU. They had a wide receiver. The guys that made all the plays this year. Wide receiver from Arkansas.
Yeah, didn't play much.
Okay.
At Arkansas.
Wide receiver from Purdue. Okay.
Yeah.
Quarterback from Washington State. Like,
yeah.
And if the kid would have came back out and tried, they would have had a running back from Cal.
Yeah.
And so, and they're making all the plays to get into the playoff for Oklahoma, which shows you there are players out there.
There are. Well,
that are getting missed on,
Trinidad Chambliss from D2.
Trinidad Chambliss was playing at Fair State last year. He gets Ole Miss to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Diego Pavia from New Mexico State gets
Vanderbilt
to 2 straight unbelievable seasons for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just they're there. You just got to go find them.
Let's talk. Yeah, I'll get to the comment here.
Okay.
Duke is suing Darian Mensah for leaving. He committed to stay, and then he's trying to leave or in the portal at least. But did
he sign a contract?
But here's I have no idea.
I don't know.
Going on with
him if he didn't. But anyway.
But this is an example. They paid him a ton of money last year from Tulane to get to Duke.
Mm-hmm.
People may have forgot Duke won the ACC.
Yeah, he did a good job.
So Mensah, they pay him in, and Duke won the ACC. Yes, the school, the conference at Miami is in that just played
Yes.
the national championship.
Yeah.
Duke actually won that conference. So,
It's amazing.
but Darian Mensah from Tulane, obviously under recruited. He gets to Duke, and I'm sure now people are throwing because the quarterback class for the portal. There's a couple, but it was kind of it's thought to be a little bit weaker. So I'm sure people are wanting him. And that's just another example of they're out there and they're everywhere.
Well, I don't know, Rand. Maybe I don't know how you can sue a guy unless he signed a 2-year contract.
Yeah, no, he renegotiated to stay, and now he wants to leave. So I don't know what the rule is on that.
I don't know either.
I'm not sure, but
he hadn't accepted any money yet. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works. But
yeah, a couple other things. That the officiating was horrific in this game.
It was.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I agree with that. Okay, it was a 2-year deal. Asked for a restraining order, but probably will lose. He's going to Miami. Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, they're looking for a quarterback, aren't they?
There you go. And yeah, Indiana does have the top portal class. They're not going anywhere.
No.
If you got a good coach and you got money behind you, you're good.
And Mackey, man, he's a Purdue fan, so he says, unfortunately, they are here to stay.
Yeah. And look, like even at Purdue, if they got some financial backing and they got the coach, they'd probably be okay. I'm not saying you're going to win to the level of a national championship, but you're going to be good.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to do now than it was.
Absolutely.
The
all right.
Old-fashioned way. It was a lot harder than it is now.
A lot. Yeah. All right, let's get to the NFL now, and let's talk about these 2 games coming up. 2 big ones here on Sunday. This is unfortunate as how
it is.
This one. Patriots and Broncos. Broncos without Bo Nix. It'll be Stidham at quarterback. Here's why it's unfortunate. I thought this would be one of the best games. Well, I don't know. These games have been great, but I thought this would be an unbelievable matchup if we got here. Now what? They are talking about New England are on the road, but they are 5.5-point favorites because of the situation at quarterback for Denver.
I'm a little surprised they aren't a little bit more.
Yeah.
Favorite. I think it's a little lack of respect for New England plus Denver's tough at home.
Yeah.
This guy hasn't even thrown a pass this year.
No.
I feel so.
Yeah.
And in the NFL now, it seems like the backup quarterbacks are not very good, are they?
Mm-mm.
On almost every team. They just don't have a strong backup because they don't ever play.
Yeah.
So, oh man. Yeah, this was shaping up as a classic. Now you don't know what to do with it. What is Denver going to do? Are they going to just try to play defense and field position and don't do anything dumb?
Yeah.
Are they going to throw the full playbook with him? He's been there all year. It's not like he hasn't practiced, and he knows the offense, and he's been around for what, 5 or 6 years, probably.
Yeah. Oh, he actually was drafted by the Patriots.
Yeah, he's been around.
He's been around. Like, yeah, he's not. I think there are worse that you can put in. The problem is, it's just he's really never done anything.
No, and now he's going up against a very underrated defensive team.
Yeah,
with the Patriots, and probably an underrated team all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but these playoffs they just don't have any luster. Do you have any? I would in this game, I think, have some real interest in it. It's just, are these teams as boring or what's I don't
think they're boring. They're not the teams you're used to seeing in.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, like I think the playoffs have been exciting. I mean, minus
the playoffs have been great. Yes,
the Seattle game obviously wasn't, but
no.
The other ones were. I think they're good games.
Yeah, they had the Buffalo Denver game was incredible.
Yeah,
and so I really think Denver would win if Nix was playing.
Yeah, it really flips things. Just a kind of a highlight Jarrett Stidham and his career. He threw 4 passes in 2019 for the Patriots. 2020, he threw 44 passes. He then went to the Raiders. He went 53 of 83, 656 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. 2023, that's the last time he threw a pass in the NFL.
Oh my goodness.
He went 40 of 66, 496 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception for Denver. And then the last 2 seasons, no pass attempts, 24 and 25. So,
gosh.
Yeah, it looks like Denver's brought him in to run the ball a little bit on some trick plays or something, but not much. Like 1 carry this year, 4 last year, 9 the year before. Yeah, I mean,
it's too much to ask, isn't it?
I would say the only and I think the only way you see Denver win this game is if they can somehow win it, 14-10. Where he basically what Stidham's going to basically do in this game is hand the ball off, try to throw short passes, pray that you throw a screen and they break it, like stuff like that. I mean, that's
would you do that if you were coming into this and you got a really good team? Denver's good.
Yeah.
And they don't quit. And they're dang hard to beat.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Marvin Mims, what a catch.
Yeah. Well, that's what he does.
That guy can catch up. Anyway, would you go into I've been trying to think, what would I do if I went in this game? You know what I'd do? I'd shoot the moon. I'd say go for it. What do you got to lose? I don't think you can win 14-10. I don't think you can do it.
Here's what I think you can't, I understand what you're saying, but I just feel like if you make a big mistake, you're definitely done.
But I just don't think you can play conservative against a team like this and win.
Well, I'll tell you this. I think Denver definitely would have shot for the moon with Nix because I thought they did in the first game against Buffalo. And they got lucky to win that game. But
Nix is good.
Yeah. No.
On the other hand, you sit in there and you're with your coaching staff. And you're saying, guys, what the hell are we going to do?
Yeah.
We got a guy in throwing a ball. We've seen him every day in practice. We know what he is. He's okay. He's a good guy, whatever.
Yeah.
They got a second-year quarterback on the other side of us.
Yeah.
He hasn't exactly been tested in a game like this. He's coming to Denver. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a little bit of weather coming in there, but it looks like it's just going to be cold.
Yeah, just cold. Yeah.
Snow's not that worse coming through here, maybe.
Yeah.
Is Friday and Saturday. And it's not going up that way. So the weather's it's just going to be cold, and that's not going to bother New England. They played in a snowstorm last week, so that's not going to bother them. So maybe, you're sitting there going, what can we do to confuse the other guy? And maybe we could get him to make mistakes, and then we just play conservative with our guy and hang in there.
That's the goal, I think, because the Denver defense, it is a pretty darn good defense.
It is.
I think that's what they're going to try to do.
Yeah.
Sam Ellinger is the third-string quarterback, former Texas quarterback. He has not even been on a roster in 2024, and 2025 they just activated him. He did play 3 years for the Colts. He hasn't done hardly anything either. So there's nowhere to turn. You know what I mean? It's going to be one of these two guys.
It has to, and you just got to decide, what do you want to do? How do you want to approach this? And you can also go in with 2 things in mind: shoot the moon, and if we are in the game and we are staying with them, we'll just keep this what we're doing.
Yeah.
Until we have to. I think you do have to let him do something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wouldn't be in the pros if he couldn't throw the ball.
No, I mean, I remember watching him. He started off at Baylor, and he was pretty good. He went to Auburn. He was okay there.
Yeah.
I remember when the Patriots drafted him, they kind of thought they kind of liked him a little bit. It just never materialized, you know.
Well, there for a while at Baylor, he was the guy.
Yeah. He's the type of guy to me, if it's the middle of the season and Nix is going to be out 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And they had a schedule that was okay, he could win one or two for him.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a total disaster. But it's the NFC champion. The other side of this thing, the Patriot defense has been phenomenal.
Lights out.
Yeah. And that's a problem.
And another thing, they're pretty well coached.
They're extremely. Yeah.
It's a tall task. I feel bad for Denver. And the thing is, no one knew he was hurt.
No. No.
Can you imagine? Okay, and I used to be a huge Denver fan. I loved it. I loved him when Elway was there.
Yeah.
And I still root for him a little bit, but not like I used to. So you're in jubilation. You win this game in overtime. It's a tremendous game.
Yeah.
You had them beat. You blew it. You came back, blah, blah, blah. And you forced Allen into doing things he doesn't usually do.
Mm-hmm.
You win the game. Let's face it, you're going to either play New England or Houston. They're not going to scare you. You're in the car, you're riding home, and then you're listening to a post-game show or something on the radio, and Peyton comes back on there and says, Bo Nix is out. He broke his ankle. And you're saying, what? How did that happen? I just watched the game. I didn't even see. How did this guy play on a broken ankle?
I know.
He heard it on that last drive, and
I know it.
I watched a little bit of it, some footage of it. He wasn't even hardly limping around out there.
Yeah, no, I mean, when they went to kick it, he was kind of over there limping a little bit, but it didn't look like anything serious. That's for sure. So, I hate it. I hate it for Denver people, but I hate it for football too, because I just,
me too.
Here's the deal. They're either going to lose this game, and I'm taking New England -5.5. I think it could get a little.
The other thing you might look at is the under.
Yeah, the under 42.5.
Denver's not going to score very much.
But the flip side of it is, okay, they're at home. Maybe New England makes mistakes and they win. Okay, now all of a sudden you got Denver with Jarrett Stidham in the Super Bowl. I mean, that's not. Nobody wants to see that, really, because look, here's the deal. It's one thing you're at home and maybe you just get lucky as hell. Yeah. You're not beating the Rams or the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I mean, that is.
Imagine what that Seahawks defense would do.
They'll get. I mean,
you're right.
There's a great shot Denver would score in single digits if they played Seattle.
Oh yeah, no question.
And maybe even the Rams. I mean, and honestly, that might happen anyway. But it's definitely going to happen with Stidham. So
it's a shame after everything's worked out for the NFL so well. That this game comes up and the Denver quarterback gets hurt. But it is what it is. So we'll see. It's still kind of a little bit of interest. I got a feeling it's shaping up as a pretty boring game.
I think what you'll see is Denver play a phenomenal first half. And I think that game's going to be close, but I just think as the game wears on, and you know how it is. Sometimes you're at home and you have a ton of emotion. Nobody thinks you're going to win. And you jump out on somebody a little bit. And then, okay, well, now we got to execute this 3rd and 5 in the third quarter. And it's not going to happen.
Reality sits in.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm going to go to New England. I
think so.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to go far as say this is the Super Bowl, but this kind of feels like it to me. I think that these two teams are better. Rams and Seahawks here. We just saw this game not that long ago, and it was maybe the best game of the regular, probably the best game of the regular season when the Seahawks made an improbable comeback and won, but they had to come back to beat the Rams. This was a miracle win is how I would phrase it. On the road, they lost to the Rams, so they split. And really, you look at it and go, well, maybe the Rams are the better team here, but what happens here? Because the Rams have looked shaky.
They have
both their games. Now they went on the road and they won both of them.
Yep.
This is a different challenge here. This atmosphere was incredible on Saturday. Was that Saturday or Sunday? Saturday night. And the Seahawks just dominated the 49ers.
They destroyed them.
Yeah.
From the get-go. Of course, you run the kickoff back and that
helps.
Yeah, that kind of gets you off to a good start. I didn't think they would. They just demolished them.
Yeah.
They killed them.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. And you got to give the Rams a ton of credit for Williams making that unbelievable throw into the end zone and tying that game up. And then the Rams got the ball first in overtime and didn't do anything and had the wherewithal to stop the Bears and then go down. You got to give them credit for winning. That's a tough win. The weather was awful. They're a warm weather team, and they had to go and play in that cold, and they did it. So they're tough.
Yep.
They got the best quarterback left in the playoffs, no doubt. They're solid at receivers. This is going to be a tough one, but I got to take Seattle at home.
Yeah, I tend to lean Seattle as well.
The line's too short.
The only thing that worries me is that game a few weeks ago sticks out in my head still.
Yeah, it does.
I watched every play of that game, and the Rams kind of dominated them. And I thought going into that game, Seattle would win. I wasn't like, hey, they're going to win by a bunch, but I think this line was similar. I think it was 2.5 or 3.5 for Seattle, and they did win, but it was tight. So I'm with you though. I'm going to take the Seahawks again here. I'm not as confident in this game. The damn Rams, they are good.
They are.
Yeah, maybe they're struggling a little bit in this playoffs but they're
battle tested. They've had to go on the road twice.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
No.
And so they did it. They won. And that was hard going. People go, what are you talking about? It was hard going to Carolina.
Yes.
You're supposed to win that game easy. And Carolina's not awful.
Yeah.
And that was psychologically a tough game.
Mm-hmm.
To go win. And Carolina
they lost at Carolina just a few weeks before that. Yeah.
And Carolina played great.
Yeah, they did.
They played a really good game. So I'm not holding it against them that was close. And then they come back the Bears are good.
Yeah, and the Bears have been just a tough team to beat.
They are a tough out.
Yeah.
So this one should be a good one. And we'll see what happens. That Seattle defense, man. Are they the most underrated 14-3 team? Well, them and the Patriots both, really.
Yeah.
They don't get a lot of neither. The Patriots have come out of nowhere. Seattle was decent last year.
I think it's fascinating, the Sam Darnold situation.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
And I think that's why they're kind of people don't talk about him a lot because
I think you're right. Well, they're up there in the Northwest, and
that's true too.
They don't get any media coverage, and they don't have the superstars. They just kind of kick your ass every week,
right? Yeah, yeah. So well, and I mean, I just look at this team though. They're pretty damn complete. Like they
are.
They've got great players all across the board. And again, the problem is you just go back and the Rams are pretty good too. So
yeah, I know, and they are.
They are. But I do think there are certain stadiums where home advantage is huge, and that is one of, if not, I think Seattle, Arrowhead. I think those are the two. Mm-hmm. That place was electric. And I said, it's easy to be excited when you get the opening kickoff and take it back. But it kind of felt like the 49ers were playing in quicksand all night.
It really did. They never got anything going. They just never could.
No. Yeah, I'm on Seattle. I think it would be very hilarious if it was Jarrett Stidham versus Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. How cool would that be?
Oh, that would be pretty cool. Would that not be cool?
Well,
I haven't asked you this. Speaking of stadiums and intimidating places, what's Jared? He's a huge Chiefs fan. What's his thoughts on leaving Arrowhead?
He won't. He hasn't really said a word about it. John, I think John may have asked him when it happened, and he never replied. So I don't. I wonder if that means he's not happy with it.
I don't know how a Chiefs fan could be.
I've tried to. It's hard because we're not fans, but I've tried to put it's hard because that is a legendary place.
You say Arrowhead, you automatically know it's the Chiefs.
Yeah, so it's I try to think, what if the Blues moved to Illinois? Well, they don't really play in a legendary building. You know what I mean?
No, and they haven't had ultimate success in that building either.
Well, I mean, they did win a cup, but it's
but year in and year out, they don't.
I think I wouldn't love it, but ultimately I wouldn't really care.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
The Blues? No, I wouldn't either.
I mean, you moved to East St. Louis. Well, good luck. But anyway,
it wouldn't bother me either.
No, but this I think would, because I don't know. I
mean, what if OU decided to build a new stadium? Wouldn't that bother you?
If they built it in a different state, I think it would. you know,
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you tore down Arrowhead but built a, right
new
there
one.
where it was or
Right.
something,
Right.
I think it'd be okay.
Yeah.
But you're moving to Kansas, and I'm sorry, and I'm not a Missouri guy or a Kansas guy as
No,
far as
no, I
college
don't
and that
agree.
rivalry, but I don't really think I got a ton of pride in my state, let's be honest. But even for me, I was like, yeah, I don't like that. Like, I
No,
didn't like the Chiefs before. I really don't like them now.
It's it's just I don't understand. It's like the Cubs leaving Wrigley Field.
Yeah.
You got to put Arrowhead up there with those kind of stadiums.
Yeah, I agree.
It's iconic.
It's also like, okay, you're leaving Arrowhead, and what they're building is like the exact opposite of what it is.
Arrowhead's a football stadium, man.
Yeah, it would almost be like if the OU Texas game didn't play in the Cotton Bowl and instead it played at Jerry World.
Yeah, it would not be the same.
Most people listening will go, well, that would be smart, and maybe it would, but it would completely take away from what it was.
Yeah.
Like a 1,000,000,000%. You'd be much more comfortable at the game. It's a much, much better stadium, but it takes everything out of it. And I think for the Chiefs, I think that there's going to be some of that,
Now, I wonder now, because for those of you guys that don't know, the Royals play right beside.
Yeah.
And the Royals have been wanting to move downtown.
Yep.
And I think basically to get out of the shadow of the Chiefs, and baseball plays better downtown. It kind of goes with being downtown.
So
baseball does.
So the situation is where the Chiefs and the Royal stadiums are located. It's basically, it's not the middle of nowhere, but it might as well be. Like, it's out in the middle of nothing there. Like there's a community or two, but it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And it's just a massive parking lot.
It is. It's so easy to get in and out of there if you know what you're doing.
And like you said, football, that kind of, I think it plays pretty well. Baseball, it really doesn't.
No. So I'm wondering now, with the Chiefs out of the shadow, will the Royals decide to stay? Because their stadium is beautiful. It really is.
It's a great stadium, but
it is. I wonder now if they'll decide, hey, we got this whole thing now. Or are they going to tear that stadium down too?
I think they're.
I guess they'll destroy Arrowhead. Why would you keep it?
I don't know.
You got an 80,000 seat stadium and nobody's there. I mean, why would you? That whole area is just going to be nothing.
It's going to kill that area. Yeah, and that area is dead anyway. But it's going to.
It's always been a mystery why nothing's ever developed out there.
Yeah, the Royal situation. I think they'll move, but
they will if they'll fund.
Their strategy right now is let's just be quiet and let everybody go crazy over this Chiefs thing, and then maybe we can sneak and do something different.
Yeah, I just think it'll be a different atmosphere. It just will.
End of an absolute era, and like I said, it's like I said, it's one thing if you tear it down and then you build another Arrowhead 2, and it kind of similar, and it's a similar appeal to it, and you might not like it if you're an older person, but you might go, well, it's better than nothing type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's just like it's gonna. I mean, they're basically building a dome, and
I don't think they'll like it. I don't.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't like football in a dome.
And the biggest thing about Arrowhead is the tailgating aspect of it.
Oh, it is.
It's the best in the country. And
it is.
I don't know what that'll look like. The designs they're showing, it doesn't look like that's going to be a thing, really. I'm sure it will be, but anyway, yeah.
All right. I just wondered if he had said anything.
No, hadn't said much.
I know are irate about it.
Most people are pretty upset. Yeah. Patriots and Seahawks. Let's pretend that's who wins them. Who do you think wins the Super Bowl?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I would have to take the Seahawks.
I'm with you.
Without seeing these two games, I would have to go ahead and take them.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good game.
Yeah, but I'm with you. I would take the Seahawks.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it, current odds right now, Seahawks are plus 145. The Rams are plus 210. The New England Patriots plus 240. Denver Broncos 13-1.
Yeah. Well, you can't take the Broncos.
Yeah. So 13-1 on the Broncos. So then that shows you that the odds say it's coming out of this Rams Seahawks game.
Yeah. But
And
all three of those are pretty close.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Rams, and Patriots. There's not a lot of difference.
Well, I mean, John White's told me for probably 8 weeks now. He thought the 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams are the 3 best teams.
Oh, I do too.
He said whoever survives it's going to win it,
Yep. I think it's dead on.
Well, I don't know that the 49ers maybe not, but I think the Rams Seahawks, yeah.
The 49ers when they're healthy.
Fair, very fair.
But they never were. So
just never, yeah.
No. Man, to get as far as they did was incredible with all of the injuries in that division.
Yeah.
That was pretty solid job of coaching right there.
For sure.
Yeah. One more thing before we get out of this.
Yeah.
And go to something else. We have to talk about McDermott getting fired at Buffalo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that was just they thought they needed to change something.
That's all it was. Yeah.
And, it's just like we got to do something. We're just not getting it done. And the shame of it all is, and I was rooting, and like I said, I used to be a Denver fan, big time.
Mm-hmm.
I was rooting for Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because I like Josh Allen.
A lot of people, I think, felt that way. Yeah.
And this was his chance. He didn't have Mahomes, didn't have Burrow, he didn't have Lamar. This was their chance.
Mm-hmm.
And he played terrible, or he made some terrible plays. It really hurt him. And fumbles, interception. That's not McDermott's fault when it comes to that. But I think there's a time when you got to do something because their window is closing.
Yeah.
They're not a complete team.
No.
They don't have much defense.
They don't have a lot of wide receivers either.
No. It's him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the other thing is his window is slipping. He's as good right now as he's ever going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he may start slipping a little bit. And he may go down like Marino as a quarterback that never won a Super Bowl.
I was talking to Jared about it. He almost feels like a guy that when he's 38, he gets traded somewhere and they win it. You know what I mean? Like Manning did. I know he won when he was younger too. But, winning.
That could be right. He could. I never thought about that. He could opt out and get traded to a contender late in his career. Yeah.
We'll see. It kind of feels like they invented ways to lose games these last few years.
Well, I just feel like they were the best team in the AFC that was left. Even though their record wasn't that good, I just feel like they had of the teams that were left.
Yeah.
If they could have got by Denver, I think they might have been favored against the Patriots.
Yeah, I think they would have been too.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
but I mean, I wonder. Harbaugh. He already signed up. He's gone off the board.
Yeah.
I wonder if he wishes he would have waited.
I bet he does.
He'd be pretty good there, wouldn't he?
Cool. Yeah, I bet he wished he was. Yeah.
Yeah, because instead he's at New York with the Giants, and that's
one thing about that job. If he can do anything at all there, he's going to come out as a hero. That's for sure. True. So he has no pressure on him there. He'd have pressure at Buffalo, but it'd be kind of nice to have Josh Allen to start with,
Yeah.
As your quarterback. Anyway, I was really rooting for Buffalo.
Yep.
Because I just think he's a pretty good guy. He seems like it anyway.
And here's the big deal, and this is what I kept thinking too. No Burrow, no Lamar, no Mahomes. It's all him. And, but again, here's a hard thing, and it's unfair, but we all do it.
Mm-hmm.
He's one guy out there. There's 10 others around him, and then there's 11 others that play when he's not on the field. Like, quarterback can only do so much. And honestly, he's done a whole hell of a lot because that team's not very good without him.
No, he's the team, and he gets them there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what happens. Quarterback gets all the blame.
Yep.
And it's just the way it is, and they have to live with it. So,
but I mean, I thought the same. I'm not mouthing the comment because I thought the same thing. It's like, man, what an opportunity. You got to be Trevor Lawrence, you got to be Bo Nix, and then possibly Drake May. And no, listen, those three guys aren't slouches, but
they're on really good teams,
right? But Mahomes isn't there, So
no, that's always been the obstacle.
Yep.
So anyway.
All right. Well, let's move along. You said you want to talk college basketball before
I thought we need to kind of transition into that since football's just about over. Just to review kind of what's going on, an early look at, I think, teams that are already in the big dance unless they collapse. And we'll just go down real quickly through the conferences and see if anybody has a team that I've missed. We've got some great teams right now. I think we have 3 undefeated teams left. That's it.
Okay.
You have any idea? You're not being able to. You're busy, and can't keep up with it. You want to take a guess?
Well, and I don't care. So our games would be.
Well, let's just be bluntly honest here.
I would say I do know at one time Nebraska was undefeated.
They still are.
They still are undefeated. Okay, let me see if I could guess the other one.
Would you ever think Nebraska would be 18-0?
Can I be brutally honest why I know that?
Why?
My Uber driver from the where we stayed in Denver to the Denver airport, we talked. It's about a 30-minute drive, and he told me Nebraska was undefeated.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's how I knew that. Now, I did not know if they may have lost since then.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've heard is Michigan's really good, so I'll guess Michigan.
They've lost 1.
Okay.
That's a good guess. They're a perennial power, but you probably won't. They tend to get overlooked sometimes. They're in the West.
I don't know.
Arizona.
No, really? Okay.
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay.
And then the other one you would never guess in a million years, and that's Miami of Ohio.
No, I never. No,
nobody would. They're 20. They are 20-0.
Wow,
that's pretty impressive.
Wow.
So anyway, ACC, it's the same crew as always. You've got Duke. They're 17-1. Virginia's 16-2, so they're in.
Yeah.
North Carolina's not playing very well, but they're North Carolina and they're 14-4. Forget it, they're in.
Yeah.
Unless they totally collapse. Louisville's not as good as they have been or as good as they thought they were. They're 13-5. I think they're going to be okay. Clemson's 16-4, but they got beat last night. They could fade. Those are the 5 leaders in the ACC right now.
I'm looking at it right now. Duke is 11-1 to win the national championship.
Okay.
And after that, you got to go down
quite
big.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like Louisville 65-1.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. That's crazy. Okay.
Well, they may not get 5 in. I don't know. The Big 12 is solid as usual.
Yeah.
Arizona's undefeated. Houston, they just keep rolling. It's just
Arizona's number 1 in the country. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Houston, I don't know how this guy does it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's just, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's just kicking everybody's ass again, and there's guys you never heard of out there. And anyway, BYU is really good. Texas Tech is good. The Jayhawks are starting to play. They struggled early, but they're coming on. They're going to.
Yeah, I saw Kansas. They beat Iowa State.
Yeah, Iowa State was undefeated.
Yeah,
and then they lost 2 in a row, and then they thumped Central Florida last night, and they're pretty good. They're 14-4. So that league's solid. I'd say 6 of them for sure are in. 6 of them are ranked.
Yeah, it looks like Arizona's 5-1. Houston is 11-1. Looks like Iowa State is 20-1. Those are kind of your 3 there. Yeah.
The Big East, not as strong as usual. Probably just 3 right now.
Okay.
UConn, of course, they're number 2 in the country. They're so tough. Patino's got St. John's playing pretty good. and Villanova's 14-4. Seton Hall's 14-5, but they're not elite. I don't think they're going to get more than 3 unless somebody upsets them in the conference tournament, maybe.
Connecticut is 12-1.
That surprises me. I thought they'd be a little bit.
That
7-1.
And then Villanova looks like 150-1. I'm looking for St. John's. St. John's 50-1. So it does seem like it's down.
It's down. Yeah, those rest of those teams.
Jeez. So like Marquette's not. I'm just looking at this now.
Yeah.
And trust me, this is the first time I'm looking at
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Marquette is not very good.
No, they're not.
Georgetown's awful.
Providence is way down.
Yeah, Providence isn't very good. What's going on with these teams? Xavier's, that's not a good record for them, really.
No, they're just not as good as usual. So it's down.
Creighton is not very good. See, these are teams you see in the tournament. Wow.
Yeah, they're just not. It's a down year. Xavier's down. It's just a down year.
Wow.
Now the Big Ten is next, and they're really good. You got Nebraska. Michigan's lost 1 game. You've always got the Boilermakers. They got beat last night at UCLA. That's a hard place to go in. Michigan State's always great, and Illinois. And then you've got on the perimeter there, you've got Wisconsin, Ohio State, UCLA, Iowa, USC. Look at those records. I mean, that's pretty solid.
That's crazy.
And yeah, that league is nails. Those top 5 that are ranked are definitely going to get in. You know, one of those or 2 of those other teams will get there. That was a huge win last night for UCLA beating Purdue.
Oh, yeah.
But Nebraska has gone on the road and won at some places. I mean, this team is legit. They can shoot it. They are really fun to watch.
So they're 18-0.
Yes.
And I'm looking at their schedule now. They got to go to Michigan soon. So that'll
be tough. They'll probably lose there. I forget who they play tonight.
Washington is who they play tonight.
Yeah. And they should beat them.
Yeah, it's at home.
It's at home. Washington's not bad, but
Minnesota would be next. Are they any good?
No,
doesn't look like it.
They got a good shot to go to 20-0.
Yeah.
Have they beat Michigan? Didn't they go to Michigan State and beat them?
Looks like they beat Michigan State at Nebraska.
Oh, it's at Nebraska. Okay. They went somewhere on the road, though, and won.
They went to Illinois and won.
Yeah, that's a good win.
Yeah.
Illinois is 15-3. They're good.
Mm-hmm.
So they still haven't played Purdue.
Looks like they have Purdue at Nebraska.
Yeah. That'll be a tremendous game. So they are really, really good. So
they are 40-1 right now.
That's
That's
because they're Nebraska.
Right. Yeah.
And
it's like, and Michigan is the favorite at about 4.5-1.
I would not pick Michigan.
9-2, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I would not pick them. I just wouldn't. I mean, they're good, no doubt. Michigan State, same old team as always. So is Purdue.
Yeah, Purdue 15-1.
They are so solid.
Illinois 20-1. So a lot of these teams that are below Nebraska in the standings are better odds. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's because Nebraska is a basketball school. I mean, a football school.
Nebraska is certainly not a football school.
No,
I know that for sure.
They have more notoriety in that than they do. Nobody thinks of Nebraska when it comes to basketball.
Right.
Don't think of it. The SEC is not as good this year. It's still solid, but it's not. They don't have those just incredible teams.
So the defending champ has lost 5, I see here.
But they're coming on.
Okay.
They got off to a bad start. They're tough right now. But you look down through there, there's no gaudy records, you know.
No. Mm-mm.
Georgia's 16-3, but their schedule's a little suspect. I mean, they're still good. Arkansas is playing really well.
They're good. I've watched them. That is one team I have watched.
Yeah. Now they struggle on the road.
Well, that's an Arkansas thing. They've done that for years in basketball.
Yeah.
I feel
they struggled. Who was it? Beat the snot out of them. I think it was Georgia. And but at home, they beat Vanderbilt last night. That's a huge win. Vanderbilt had been undefeated, but they've lost 3 in a row. So they're kind coming down.
Mm-hmm.
It's that's still a tough league. Kentucky's not what they were. Missouri's not very good. Auburn's way down. Tennessee's down.
Yeah,
Texas is down. Texas 11-7.
Yeah, they're not very good either.
But they've had a win or two that's pretty good. So it's not as good this year as it was last year. Some kind of rogue conferences. There's always a mid-major conference with the West Coast.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to ask about the West Coast. So
yeah,
we'll go here.
It's
so obviously Gonzaga 19-1.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
St. Mary's is 17-3. I'd say both of them will get in. And then you got Santa Clara sitting there at 16-5.
Yeah.
All three of them may get in. Santa Clara beat St. Mary's the other night. So
Gonzaga, I'm trying to find. Oh, yeah, here they go. Gonzaga is 22-1 right now.
They're pretty good.
Yeah. I
think their knock on them is always they don't play in a conference.
Right.
That's elite.
Right.
So they always have this gaudy record, but they don't play in a real solid conference.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of their non-conference here. Gonzaga did beat Alabama.
They're in the non-conference. They beat, Maryland's awful. They did lose. Look how bad Michigan beat them.
Yeah, Michigan beat them by 40. Well,
they turned around and killed Kentucky.
They beat UCLA. Oregon. Yeah, and then they got into their conference there.
Yeah.
Kentucky, I've heard that they're terrible. Is that true?
Terrible. They're terrible by their standards.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But they've had some injuries.
Yeah.
The other conference that's really pretty damn good, and they won't get any notoriety, is the MAC.
Okay. Let's go to the MAC.
There's probably only going to be one team come out of it.
So
I would say Miami's a lock.
They have ranked them now. It looks like number 25, 20-0.
Yeah. But look, you got Akron's 15-4.
Yeah.
Kent State's 14-5. Bowling Green's 13-6. Buffalo's 13. That's a good league.
Wasn't Kent State pretty good last year? Was it them that came out of this was pretty good? I don't remember.
Maybe they were good. Yeah. So I would think even if Miami keeps going and say they do lose in the conference championship game, I would say they're in the tournament.
Yeah. Now, have they played it? Let's see if they. I don't know. See if they played anybody in the conference.
I doubt it.
Doesn't look like it.
No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of quality wins there.
No, there's none. But that's what I would do too. I would win as many as I could in case I got beat in that conference championship. You got that gaudy record; it's hard to keep you out. Right. The Atlantic 10 is always tough. Look at St. Louis.
Okay, now I got something to be interested in. I can't believe they're 18-1. How have I not known this?
I don't know. 18-1. They've won 12 in a row.
Who coaches there now?
I have no idea.
That's fine.
I can't believe they keep winning. But you've also got George Mason that's 18-1.
Well, and that doesn't surprise you as much.
All right.
Yeah.
This league is always pretty good. Dayton's always good. VCU's always good. So it's a good, tough league. I watched quite a bit of it. What was it? Was it yesterday? No, it was what is it? Wednesday. It was Monday. George Mason played George Washington.
Yeah.
That was a hell of a game. And George Mason won.
Battle of the Georges.
Yep. The Billikens 18-1. I knew you wouldn't know that.
That's very exciting because I do like the Billikens. Clearly, as I had no idea they were 18-1. I'm a huge fan, but looks like their coach is Josh Schertz. He came from Indiana, where he went 32-7 in 2023-2024. Billikens were 19-15 last year, and that was his first year, and then now 18-1. Wow, that's crazy.
From Indiana.
Indiana State. I'm sorry. Indiana State.
Oh, yeah. I remember when they were.
Did I say Indiana? I'm sorry.
You said Indiana. I remember whenever they were. But, yeah, they did have a heck of a year that year.
They haven't beat anybody, I see, though.
No. Well, San Francisco's decent. But again, when you're a mid-major, you don't want to go out and play a tough schedule. You know, you pile up some wins, and then hopefully, you know, you're good, and you have this gaudy record at the end of the year, and they got to consider.
Right.
There's two really good teams in the Missouri Valley too.
Okay, Missouri Valley.
They'll only get one team, but there's two really good teams.
There's so many conferences. Well, here we go. Where are we? There we go. Missouri Valley.
Murray State, which made a run a few years ago. They're always good. And then Belmont is 17-3. So
I think they need to rename this conference.
Well, that's true. There's no one in Missouri that's in the conference.
Missouri Valley Conference with nobody from Missouri in the conference.
That's a good point. That's a good point. They do need to.
Yeah.
Well, the Missouri Valley means the Missouri River, and that's not in any school in this conference either.
Right. Yeah.
Missouri River doesn't go through any of these.
Yeah.
No.
That's
a good thought.
They need to rename the conference.
That is, yeah. I never thought of that. That is so dumb.
The football conference used to be called like the Gateway or something. Didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
That's what they probably need to do here.
I need to do something. You're right. That is dumb.
Yeah. So Drake isn't very good. They're usually decent.
Well, the guy that was at Drake, who was at
That's right.
Northwest, went to Iowa.
Yes, that's right.
So
that's right. I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. I don't think the Mountain West is as solid as usual. It's still good.
I usually, you know, it has to get kind of later in the season. I usually like to watch the Mountain West.
Yeah. It's solid. Utah State's been the best, but they're struggling a little bit. They've lost the last couple.
Seems like the same name: San Diego State, Utah State. Yeah,
yeah, they're going to get 2 or 3 out of there probably. They always do. They've got a good reputation. There's not any of those Cinderella, like College of Charleston type teams.
Right.
Liberty's really good. They're 15-3.
Yeah, I was scrolling down there. I stopped on Liberty. They're 15-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that league's not.
I mean, the Conference USA is pretty bad and everything, really. Yeah.
The American Conference it's pretty solid, but there's no Memphis isn't any good this year, and so that's really hurt.
That's surprising.
Yeah, that's really hurt that conference.
So Florida Atlantic looks like.
Look at Tulsa; they're having a great year. They're 15-3. So the Golden Hurricanes, the best team in Oklahoma, which didn't say anything.
Well, no, that's not saying anything.
But Memphis is only 9-8. Now they are 4-1 in the league, and they're playing better. So
yeah. Mountain West has 1 win over top 25 team. That's not good.
No, they're not solid. They're not as good as they usually are.
So Tulsa is 15-3.
They're pretty good.
Okay,
I watched a little bit of them the other night.
St. Louis is 18-1. Tulsa 15-3. What about Oral Roberts? Where are they?
They're terrible.
Oh, well, darn. Okay, well, we'll pull for St. Louis and Tulsa then.
Yeah, they're like 5-20.
Okay.
No, they wouldn't play that many games yet. 5-13, something like that.
Well, that's very sad. Okay, what about I'm thinking of the little schools. Lindenwood, are they any good?
They're in the Ohio Valley. They're probably about 500.
Okay. Well, that's all my little schools. All right. Lindenwood is 11-8.
11-8. Okay.
Where is Oral Roberts? What are they in?
Summit.
Let's look at.
Cannot believe I know this shit.
Let's see if Oral Roberts can make a run here. They're 5-15. Oh my God.
They're not making the run. Them in Kansas City, they're really good too.
So North Dakota State is in the Summit in basketball. See, I forget.
They're in the Summit in basketball, and they're in the Missouri Valley in football.
Right. Yeah.
Now the Missouri Valley makes a little bit of sense in football.
Right.
Because the Missouri River goes through the Dakotas.
Well, there you go.
Goes through Omaha, Kansas City. So, see, it makes sense in basketball.
Speaking of Kansas City, the Kansas City Roos, 4-16. What is going on? Boy.
The Kangaroos just are not into it this year.
They're not hopping, are they?
They're not hopping, and they're just kind of out of sorts.
South Dakota State's usually decent. They're 10-10.
Yeah, they're not very good. They didn't get the larger kangaroos this year. They went with a smaller. They're not jumping quite as high. So anyway, it's shaping up. We got to get football over with before we really get into it. And,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's coming though. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I just love. Of course, I don't have a life, but I just love watching these small conference games, and I think we talked about it last week. And these little gyms, some of them play.
Yeah. We talked about how we don't really love basketball like we used to, but I think when you watch the smaller schools, you get a little bit more of that.
Oh, I do too. And the old alma mater, I was proud of the girls last week. We're talking about Missouri Southern Division II.
There you go.
I'd rather go watch that than anything. And
got some
wins. Two games on the road, and their best players hurt, and they won them both. And I really had fun down at Claremore the other day. I got to tell you, we got time for one quick story.
We do. Claremore, Oklahoma, by the way, home of Will Rogers Downs.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So when you go to Division II games in our conference, and it's a good conference, you usually buy a ticket and you can sit wherever you want.
Right.
Not in Claremore, Oklahoma.
And this is Rogers State that he's talking
Rogers
about.
State, Claremore, Oklahoma, home of Will Rogers.
Right.
Nice little town, really is.
And you can see they're very creative. Rogers, it's a home of Will Rogers. Will Rogers Downs is the name of the racetrack. Rogers State's the name of the college.
That's right. And
they like Will Rogers there quite a bit.
Well, and the road that goes to Rogers State is Will Rogers Drive. So anyway,
I believe you.
So they don't have a gym.
Okay.
They play in the Expo Center where they have rodeos and all kinds of stuff. It's horrible.
Really?
Okay, yeah, they just kind of carved out a gym floor and they got chairback seats, but they're seats like you sit on the bench at the games, they're padded seats.
Okay. Yeah.
They're very comfortable.
Yeah.
So they got about, I'd say, 1,000 seats.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I go in and I said, so I can just sit anywhere, right? And this is my second time I've been there. I said, so I can just sit anywhere, right? Oh no, you got an assigned seat. And I said, I don't want to sit. He said, well, I gave you a ticket right behind the Missouri Southern bench.
Yeah. Well,
I said, well, that's fine. That's okay. So I walk in, there's 42 people there. And so my seat is right beside a Missouri Southern guy.
Right.
Who I didn't know from Adam. So I sat by him and we started talking. And he was from Missouri. He was from up around Walnut Grove.
Okay.
And he graduated from Southern. He was kind of like me. He goes to a lot of games. And we got to talking. And he used to be a coach. And I used to be, I coached.
Right.
So I said, so where did you start? And he said, Exeter.
Huh. Okay.
And I said, I coached at Wheaton. He
Yeah.
did. And then we had established that I was a little bit older than him.
Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 years. So I said, so when did you coach at Exeter? And he goes, 82 and 83. And I said, well, I left Wheaton in 82.
Yeah.
And he goes, I remember playing Wheaton. We beat their junior high team. And you would have thought we'd have won the state championship. And I said, I'm trying to think of the guy's name that was there.
Yeah.
Because that was me. And I said, he goes, Chris Heron. And I said, no, he was there. He left. I said, I think his name was Bobby Cornelius. And he goes, that's me. The guy I was sitting by, I coached against, and he had changed. Of course, I had too. Yeah. And he was only there a year. And I didn't recognize him at all. I could not believe it. I said, yeah, that's the only game our junior high lost the entire year.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, you guys were so good. I said, I know you guys, we didn't show up and you beat us. And
Yeah.
I said, unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And so we got to talking, and he goes out on the road, and the reason he went to Claremore was there's a restaurant down there he likes to eat at and all this stuff. But
Oh yeah.
he only cared about the girls.
Huh.
When the girls' game was over, he left.
And that seems to be a theme this year.
It does.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
What a crazy small
I
world.
couldn't believe it. Of all the things, here's a guy. And when I looked at him real close, well, he's put on a lot of weight.
Yeah.
And so that was one reason I wouldn't recognize him. But in the face, I could he had a beard now too. But nice guy.
You're talking about almost 50 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
That's another reason why.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And he didn't look like a coach because he'd put on a lot of weight. And, it was just, what a coincidence.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he said, well, I'll look you up when I come to Joplin. I said, well, are you going to Pitt Saturday? And he goes, oh, yeah, I'll see you over there. And then the weather's supposed to it's too cold.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 12 degrees Saturday. I ain't going to Pitt. No way.
Well, that's pretty darn cool.
It was just such a coincidence. I couldn't.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Was there a lot of people there?
Well,
maybe
no,
a few hundred. So nobody goes to their games.
Their girls are average. We probably had 60.
Okay.
And they all got up and left after the girls' games because they were there to watch the girls. A lot of them were their grandparents and parents.
Right. Yeah.
There might have been 10 of us left.
And I'm talking more for
them,
home team. Yeah.
500 maybe.
Yeah, that's
if that.
So
their boys
support it.
Their boys are good.
Yeah.
They were good. No, they don't. Nobody supports. Nobody goes. I don't care where you go. There's nobody. They tell me Fort Hays.
Yeah.
Is the only, and Northwest, when they're good, are the only ones that consist. Now, Pitt State is better than they used to because their girls are so good.
Right. Yeah.
And Southern girls play so hard. They're fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, Southern, we support it pretty well, I think.
We really do.
Compared to everybody else. Yeah. So
to not be elite.
Yeah. Right.
We're always average to good.
Be average every time, every year.
We're a little better than average.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but not much.
No. Now the girls have been really good.
Well, that's a different story. Yeah.
Yeah. But the boys,
for sure,
hopeless.
Yes, correct.
That's all.
All right. Well, that was a good one. That was a good story to end on.
I know. I waited to tell you this because I saved it for today, but I just couldn't believe it. I said, he goes, that's me.
Said, that's hilarious.
You have got to be kidding me.
That is great. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny. One more thing. He was there, like, you don't stay at Exeter very long. He was there like a couple of years. And then the girls he had in junior high, because he coached girls and boys at Exeter. I didn't have to coach the girls. But the girls he had in junior high won the state championship after he left. They had a big old girl that was really, really good, and they won the state championship down there. And they haven't been any good since.
Yeah. Well, no, they have not. Yeah. If you're ever in Missouri, Exeter is not the place to go to watch basketball.
No, it's not. Or anything else. But
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
funny story.
Good stuff. Well, all right. I guess that's it. We've done it. We've done another show.
I didn't think we'd get an hour and 20 minutes today. So.
Oh yes, easy. Very easy.
Okay. All right. Well, you've been gone.
Yeah.
You had a great trip, I guess.
Yeah, very, very good trip for sure. And actually, when we were riding the train over from, it's not really a train, just like a tram, basically from Mandalay Bay over towards the stadium, we rode with a father and son from Australia who had come over to watch the Golden Knights. So that was
that right?
Yep. And then we had another couple that was their first game, and so it's always kind of cool to see people they're very excited for their first game. So they were asking us about it. I was like, it's going to be you're going to be blown away by it.
Yeah, there's nothing that beats it.
No, well, especially there.
Hockey.
especially
It's
there,
Perth. Huh?
especially in Las Vegas. It is
Well, and yeah, anywhere really. I mean, it's just you don't even have to know anything about hockey to enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's just fun. It
was kind of fun to see them doing that, and I believe the people from Australia walked from the airport to the Strip, which is crazy. Don't ever do that if you go.
You're kidding.
No, it's not. Don't do that. It's too far and it's kind of dangerous. Don't do that.
That would never enter my mind. Did they have bags?
No, I don't know what their story was really, but anyway, I when you land, you could think you could walk it if you don't know any better, but don't do that ever.
I would never consider it.
But like when you land, you can see the Mandalay Bay looks like it's just right across the street.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, it's flat, isn't it? It's flat.
You got to wind around, and it was probably like a 2-mile walk, I'd say. But you're also going through you don't really want to walk through those areas.
Okay, I got you.
Anyway, all right, we're gonna get out of here now. Just my little life advice for you guys: take the $15 Uber ride or taxi ride.
I think most people from the United States would know that.
Yeah, people do it sometimes on YouTube just to show people don't do it, like they'll walk it.
Okay.
I will say this though: if you're gonna do it, this time of year would be the time because it's not not warm, so
wouldn't be as hot.
Right. Yeah. But, anyway, that was kind of cool to see that they were excited. So. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to get off of here. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for another week. We'll be back next week for sure. We'll be back tomorrow with Blinkers Off, talking about the Pegasus and everything that goes along with that. Pegasus Betting Bible should be out, I'd say, tomorrow at some point. And, everything's ready to rock and roll on that end. So, all right, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Everybody enjoy the games, and hopefully you all cash on the bets coming up this weekend.
This is due to Bet Sports.